Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video uh, three things I did to start my own tax preparation business. I've been in this industry for the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner. So I specialize in helping people who already work in this industry to get started with their own tax business. And so I get with you, I work with you, I show you how to set up your own business, I show you what business structure you might want to do, I help you with payment process, and I help you with everything you need to set up your own tax business uh, from A to Z and how it should look on the front end as well as the back end. That's my specialty for people who in this industry already like myself who looking to start their own tax business one day. That's what I specialize in help people do. And so what I've done and what this video is about is how the steps I took to allow me to position myself to start my own tax business. That's basically what I'm going to be talking about, And so, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, so every time I upload a video, go live, you'll be notified. You get to follow me on my journey as I continue to be in this industry, uh, like I have for the last 18 years. Again, 12 as a business owner, and so you can check out some other content I have on this channel to get to learn more about me and see if I can be a good fit for working with you and helping you to start your own tax business if that's something you're interested in doing. So the first one of the things I had to do was I had to take an income tax course. And so an income tax course is a course separate from outside of anything you're gonna ever learn as far as being in this tax preparation industry. You can go to college, you can become a CPA, you can be an enrolled agent, you can be a tax attorney and all these different things. But the course that's there to help you teach tax preparation is outside of that curriculum. It does ain't nothing you're gonna go to college for gonna prepare you to learn tax preparation unless you go to an established, well-known, well-learned individual who can teach you the skill set. You know what I'm saying? So the skill set in itself is priceless and it pays for itself right away. So that's what I liked about it. Then I came passionate about it and I saw that I could make a living at this and make a career out of this. And so back in '95, when I first took a course, which was hands-on back then, that introduced to me to this career, which turned into be my business that I got myself into uh, in year 2001. And so what I did was I realized that, hey, I enjoyed helping people. I enjoyed preparing individual income taxes. And so I saw this as a way of starting my own business one day. And at the time, I was working at one season back in '95. I wasn't able to pursue a career at that time because I had other issues going on in my life that blocked me from being able to start a career back then. But I knew once I got myself together that I would come back to this industry, and that's what I did in 2001. And I've been here ever since with no looking back, no regrets. And so I actually started my own tax service on my own with no guide, and no mentor, no coach, no one to help me through the process. Just willing to go out there and do the research and find out what it takes to start your own tax business is what I did. But what I did know was that number one, I had to get reacquainted with learning the skills, because from after taking the course in '95 and working that one season, and that gap in between, I had to go back and learn it all over again and get refreshed to it and put my head down and decide, hey, to make this thing work for me. Because what I realized by working for certain companies in the industry, that they weren't there to teach you so much about learning tax preparation skills. And so, based on my experience, I had to make a conscious decision to go out there and learn it for myself. And so that's what I did. And so I worked for a company for 6 years, which allowed me to learn the skill, get good at the skill. Then it also allowed me to get the experience I need, the confidence I need. It allowed me to learn how to operate a tax service, uh, which was the most important part of why I was there. And then on top of that, while I was still working in the industry for a company, I set up my own tax business. And then the fateful day came in year six, where I wasn't getting along with the manager. I wasn't getting along uh, with making the type of money I was used to making, which wasn't too much, no way. And so the situation came about where I had my own tax service set up. And so the sixth season was my last season working for this particular company. And I made $40,000 from home in my basement where I lived with my grandmother at the time. And so that's my story. It's not typical. The average person ain't gonna make 40,000 in their first season, but I was able to put the word out to the people I knew of that I did income tax. I had my own tax service, and that's the results I accomplished in the first year. And every year after that, I was able to produce 40 plus, and that started to grow and grow and grow. But the thing was, I had to prepare myself to be able to open my own tax service by first learning the skill, getting good at the skill, being knowledgeable, and my trademark was I educated my clients on how it related to their situation about the things that was going on inside the industry and would it affect them or not. I dealt with low income families with children, and for the most part, they all walked away with decent refund amounts. And so that was the clientele and the area I served at that time and still serve right today. And so that's how I got started. And like I said, I had to prepare myself. I had to get confident, had to get good at what I was doing. I want to be knowledgeable. I want to be able to tell people and get them the right information, because there's so much erroneous information going on in the industry that you got to be careful who you deal with. And what I found out is we got so many independent tax services in my area because I'm in the Midwest. I'm in Chicago, which is a big city. And so we got over 300 or 400 tax services just in the area that I live in. And 8 out of 10 of those people have never taken an income tax course in their life. They just simply don't understand outstanding tax preparation, and they're trying to make some money getting on the bandwagon. And so that's one of the downsides to this industry. There's no real requirements in place on the federal level. We have 6 states that have some state requirements, but on the federal level, it's nothing. We have a volunteer program for people that IRS implemented a few years back that people can use to help them to show that they serious about making a career out of this, to show them serious to their clients that they serious about what they're doing. They have a database where you can go look a person up to see if they are CPA, enrolled agent, or do they have the annual season filing program status under their belt. You know what I'm saying? So the IRS is making different changes for the better, despite the fact we have no federal requirements for people to be able to pay the returns outright in place. And so, I'm just grateful to be in this industry as long as I have. And I realize that, hey, that I enjoy preparing taxes. I'm passionate about preparing taxes. And so I work with people over the years. And a lot of times people ask me what qualifies me to teach a basic income tax course. And I simply tell them the years and the time and the training I put into this industry positions me and qualifies me to teach a basic income tax course. Because that means I know more than you. And so since I know more than you, and I've been doing this for 18 years, 12 plus as a business owner, then I'm qualified just on my experience alone to be able to teach a basic income tax course to people who know nothing at all about income taxes. So that's what positioned me to be able to teach a course year after year after year. So it's the experience I have, it's the training I have, it's the insight I've had grown over the years by being in this industry, learning through some real world situations that positions me to be able to teach a basic income tax course to people who want to learn this and want to make a career out of it and eventually start their own tax business, which is what I specialize in doing. So I'm grateful for my journey of being here, and I'm shifting my business to specializing in working with self-employed and small business owners to offer them different services that's going to help enhance their business, as well as me starting to add some new products and service to what I already do that's going to help benefit self-employed and small business owners across the scale, across the board when it comes to improving their finances, helping them to become debt-free, helping them to set up self-employment business retirement accounts, helping them to set up college funds for their children. So if they got children who they want to go to college and they don't want to have to go in debt and all of these things, getting with the clients and helping them and sitting down with them and educating them, showing, hey, you need to have a game plan in place that's going to allow you to have the type of life and lifestyle you want to have for your family, where they won't struggle. And the biggest problem we have is that we don't have a game plan in place at all. And for the ones who do, having the discipline to stick to the plan is the biggest hurdle. And so I encourage you to get with someone and to find out what can you do and what you need to do to help improve your quality of life in the area of finance. So that's the new piece I'm bringing to the 2020 tax season with my clients and potential clients, is being able to sit down with them and help them with tax planning, tax preparation, tax savings, and then at the same time showing them how to protect their income, showing them about a debt-free formula, and also showing them how to grow income for retirement as well as for college savings, for emergency situations, and asking them what their goals and dreams are. Based on what their goals and dreams are, giving them an opportunity to maybe start a business and work with me in the financial management industry that's going to allow them to make the type of money they need to make to accomplish their goals and dreams. Because a lot of times, our goals and dreams, we need to have money to make it happen. And so, giving them different opportunities and options and educating them, making them aware of what's out here is important. So the three things I did again was, like I said, I learned the skill, I got good at the skill, I went to work for a company, which allowed me to learn everything I need to know to operate a tax service. At the same time doing that, I went in and set up my own tax service. And then when the time came, I actually started my own tax service and went out there and started promoting me and my business and started bringing in clients. And from there was no looking back. So those are three basic things I did to prepare me to start my own tax business, which I walk all my potential clients through who look to start a tax business. It's no difficult. It's not difficult. I run into people over the years who ask me, I just took this basic income tax course. I don't know what to do from here. Once you take the basic income tax course, what you do from here is you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep getting a better understanding of what you've been introduced to. Because for a lot of times, based on who you went to for tax preparation training, you basically just got an introduction. And some people courses are small and short, some are long and in depth, and so it's all about who did you go to, who did you learn from. It's the key to that. I do a 12-week course, and sometimes I do an 8 or 12, but the whole point is 8 to 12 weeks. Anything between those timelines, 2 days a week, 3 hours each class, 6 hours altogether, is sufficient to help you learn all the information that's involved in learning basic tax preparation. And you only gonna get an introduction. A lot of that stuff you're not gonna remember. You know what I'm saying? So the more you decide that, hey, you're gonna make a career out of this and you want to stay and you're gonna learn this stuff and study and train and get knowledge throughout the year, not just during the fall training season when we all come together in September and start to train our people and get them ready for the upcoming tax season. You want to be the person who's going to be training all year round to get good and acquire skills that's going to separate you from the rest of the people that call themselves preparing taxes. And so that's, and so I give the people I work with different options. I ask them, do you want to be a tax service where you want to prepare taxes only? Or are you going to be a full service tax preparation year-round company where you're going to provide tax preparation, bookkeeping, basic payroll, or some accounting services? What type of tax service do you plan on becoming as you talk about starting your tax business? In my area, a lot of the tax services are strictly tax preparation only. They don't do nothing other than that because they have no skills. They do nothing other than that. And so based on your professional status, if you have one at all, CPAs more likely going to be able to offer more accounting type services inside their tax preparation business. Enroll agents may or may not be able to offer some accounting type situations personally, but may outsource or have people on the team who have those skill sets, or have CPAs working on the team with other enrolled agents and tax attorneys that they work with. I work with a group of professionals in all areas across the board when it comes to tax preparation, because I'm not the master none, the jack of all trades. I'm not that guy. I'm good at tax preparation and some other things, but when it comes to bookkeeping skills, I do some basic bookkeeping. But the thing is, if you want to grow a business and you want to have a wide range of clients, I can't do all the work by myself, even if I wanted to. So you got to have a team of professionals that's going to help you run a long-term sustainable tax business for yourself. And so if you're looking to start your own tax business and you're not sure what that's going to take and what that's going to look like, and you might be already a tax preparer in this industry, and you want to learn more, just reach out to me with contact information. You give me a phone call, email me, text me, instant message me. You know what I'm saying? And we can set up a time and place where we can get on a Zoom call and we can video chat with one another and get a feel for one another. And I can educate you on what the things you need to know concerning getting started and starting your own tax business. Is what I specialize in, help people do. You know, and so if you know some people who looking to start their own tax business but don't know where to go, you know, direct them to my channel, have them subscribe, hit the bell notification so they can follow me, you know, and I'll see you in my next video.